We're back at it again here with another video with Invest for Tomorrow. To all the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. And to all the subscribers, welcome back. All I ask from return this video, smash that like button to let me know you watch this video. Helps out the YouTube channel and lets me know you appreciate the time and effort I put into making these videos. Now, we're going to look at a stock that has been pushing to the upside, guys. I mean, I've been talking about this one, and it's one of the top stocks setting up to squeeze, and the squeeze hasn't even started, based off the data that I'm showing you guys in this video today, because the short float has not changed and shorts may have not even started to cover. This is being pushed up by investors alone without the shorts even participating. When they do, it's going to be possibly explosive beyond what we've seen in the charts. But we're going to look at it together. Before we do, I want to share with you guys the stocks I mentioned this morning over at the Discord, the opportunities we watched, and then we're going to get right into it with this chart and everything about it. So the stocks I mentioned this morning gave realistic expectations after hitting their bottoms and jumping back up of 3 to 5%, 5 to 10%. But we're going to look at our best performer today, nearly reaching 20% plus home run territory. We're going to look at it. And if this is something that interests you and you want to become part of, you're more than welcome to join us. The link is down below in the description to the Discord. And by joining, you'll become part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together. So these are the stocks I mentioned this morning. But our home run of the day was GSMG. Let's go ahead and look at that chart together, and you will see here how we caught this one in the pre-market as it was pulling back, and then it jumped up pretty quickly, a 3 to 5% jump, pulled all the way down to 207 and took off in a matter of minutes to a highest point of 15% plus, around 15 to 18% within that range, pulled back down and gave several jumps of 3 to 5%, 5 to 10%, and then again another 5 to 15% opportunity in the afternoon after hitting that dip and ripping up to almost 240. This was nearly a home run opportunity as well. So if this is something that interests you, we look for these opportunities daily. The members in the group are looking for opportunities daily, and you gain access to being part of a community of investors all looking to learn and grow together. And we look forward to having you join us. The links are down below in the description to the Discord, and let's jump into these charts. So here we are with VRPX, VRPX Pharmaceuticals Inc. And this is a stock I've been talking about for some time. If you've been watching these videos here on the channel, you are aware I've been talking about it since it consolidated and how this could possibly go to the upside and potentially squeeze. And if it's your first time here, I do want you to know that this is in the middle of the battleground and the battlefield for this to possibly squeeze. So this is not something that's guaranteed. There's a lot going behind the scenes and also a lot of things to look at. We're going to look at the data together, but something that I'm noticing is that it's going into weakness pretty fast, and this has been moved up without the shorts even covering based off the data that I'm about to show you. That's a live update as of today. So in this live data, shorts haven't even moved and the bulls have pushed this up, and if they can't hold it up, they're not even going to have the chance or the leverage to force the shorts to turn into bulls, right? From bears to bulls. If not, this is just getting shaken, and the bulls made it ran up and they're shaking themselves out as well, and the shorts will continue to dominate as this pulls back down. So we're going to look at the data here. So the most important thing right now is that this has changed, okay? The short squeeze score, it's still the top one, number one rank, but it has gone down, okay? This was at 99.15 the last time we looked at it. It's at 98.92. It's still pretty high. It hasn't changed by much, but that is something to be aware of. It is still number one, and right now the borrow fee rate, it's not really showing it here. Usually it updates it for us, but this is what looks interesting the most right now, okay? The 0.02 days to cover, okay? Super huge. And then we have the volume here, right, of the MOMO, 1 month percentage, 2,900. That's pretty high. I mean, look at the rest of the list. There's not many that high. You might see others in the list that high, but you don't really see it that high ever, right? And it's the number one on the list, nearly reaching 3,000 on that percentage right there. But the days to cover is what's important, and the fact that it has a short squeeze score of 98.92. Now, the reason why this stock has moved up, it's because of the bulls. It's not because the shorts have started to cover. So the squeeze hasn't even begun, but the squeeze can actually dissipate that whole entire leverage and power if it continues going lower. And that's why we're going to look at the chart. But here it is. This is what we've been looking at for the last several weeks and days, and it continues to show 13.99, right? I just round that up to 14%, the short float. Now, when you look at it here, when we started making these videos, it was between 1370s and 1440s. It was sitting sideways. It started to push up, and the highest that it reached today was 21 and some change. And we're going to look at that in the chart, right? That is our resistance level right now, 2172. If that can't be broken through, the bulls are losing traction here, and things are moving on the downside very quickly, okay? The lower this goes, the more power it gives to the shorts. Now, I've stated in the previous videos before this move here, because this is a pretty significant move, almost about 50%, right? From down here at 14 all the way up to 21, it's about a 40 to 50% jump. Now, I've stated that before this even happened, right? Let's just pretend this doesn't exist. We had just seen this, that this right here was showing strength regardless from down here to here, okay? Now we're in the middle of things. And this is where it gets more interesting, and it gets very important to watch these levels very closely, right? So the first thing is the support from yesterday before the run up, okay? And that is 1663. If that gets broken through, I would watch carefully how it reacts between 1663 and the lows down here of 1424 to see if the bulls try to reappear and bring it back up, or if the bears are tearing this down fairly fast. That is going to be key, because as it gets closer to $14, $13, that is just dissipating all the strength that we have seen form here in the last several days, okay? Super important. Now, if the bulls can bounce back up, and this is actually a setup for the next bull run, right? Instead of just falling, well, they need to break through the highest point here of 2160s, right? That 60s range, 63, 65, turn that into a support, and then the next goal would be up here at $26.96. You can round that up to $27, and then the rest that you can see here in these upward numbers. So super important to keep that in mind, that $21 is key to be broken through. $22 if you just want to round that up from the 2160s, but super important for the bulls to continue that staircase effect, okay? And the things that I'm watching very carefully right now is for this to actually continue pushing up higher, and if this is going to start becoming lower, because when the short float starts to go lower, that means that the shorts have started to cover, and this right now has made moves without shorts even covering, showing strength, and we're gonna have to see, because this is in the middle of a battleground right now between the bulls and the bears, and the shorts having to turn from bears to bulls, or destroying the bulls' goal to push this up to potentially squeeze. As always, guys, if you learned something new, don't forget to subscribe. Click on the bell so you don't miss a single video that I post. Share this with a friend so they can receive the insight as well. Thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.